What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today we have the performance review of the Way of Wade Son of Flash basketball shoes. But before we dive into the review, if you've been enjoying the sneaker content lately and want more of it, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future uploads. So starting with the fit and materials of the sneaker, since these are on the budget end, you're not going to find anything premium here. It's mostly a mesh along the upper with some synthetic leather around the ankle and some fuse in some high wear areas. But they are lightweight. They do a good job at containing your foot. So I do think that the use of this logo right here is both aesthetically pleasing and serves a functional purpose for lateral containment. So great job there on this sneaker. Moving on to the rear of the shoe around the ankle and the Achilles area, there's a lot of good shaping here and it hugs your foot really well. And there's a lot of padding. So I really enjoyed this part of the sneaker. I felt locked in, no heel slippage at all. So this is actually pretty enjoyable. For the materials for the tongue, this is a mesh as well. And it didn't move around when I was playing, so I enjoyed that. It doesn't have as much padding as you get in the ankle or in the Achilles area, so that was one thing that I noticed. But it was still comfortable and it gets the job done. So I'm a 9.5. These are a size 10. They did fit pretty well, but there was more room than I like personally since I like the one-to-one snug fit. So if you do like the one-to-one snug fit, I would suggest true to size. Otherwise, if you like more room in your sneaker when you're playing, then you can go up half a size, or if you're a wide footer, you can go up half a size. But my recommendation is whatever you wear in a Nike, you probably want to stick to that sizing for the Son of Flashes. So for the cushioning for the shoe, we have a full-length cloud carrier, and then we also have a boom unit in the forefoot and a boom unit in the heel. There is no shank plate in the middle. I mean, this is more on the budget end, so you kind of don't expect that. But overall, I really enjoyed this cushion setup. It's kind of similar to the All City line where they have full-length cloud and then boom in targeted areas. So in this case, forefoot and the heel. So I actually really like the cushion setup that they have here. Because there's a full-length cloud carrier, the heel-to-toe transition is actually pretty smooth because of the uniform, even setup that they have. And the targeted boom units, especially in the forefoot, I could definitely feel when I was jumping. So on takeoff and on landing, this provides a lot of good compression and impact protection. And I like the cushion. Actually, in my opinion, I like this setup a little bit more than the setup on the Wild 10s. Even though that has full-length boom, I could feel the boom a little bit more in the Son of Flashes. So kudos to Li Ning for making the cushion on a budget model pretty nice. All right, on to the most controversial part of the shoe for me, and that's the traction. So on the gray portion, we have full-length herringbone, and on the middle portion, the black portion, we have repeated bolts. So that's what we have for the traction pattern for the shoe. And listed on Li Ning's website, this is actually tough outsole, so this is more durable, harder rubber. Primarily, I think for outdoor use, which makes a lot of sense. So my experience with the traction was pretty subpar playing on indoor courts. I played on both dusty courts and on clean courts, and in both situations, the traction was very unreliable for me, and I was sliding a lot. In particular, the situations where I noticed where the traction would not perform is when I'm playing defense in the background. So let's say the outside hitter is digging, I am playing middle back, and they take a swing, and it tools off the blocker. So then I need to switch positions to be able to, go towards the ball. So off that lateral push off, when I am making that move, I noticed that this shoe would not bite the floor very well, and I would slide, and then I would move. So that was not an enjoyable experience, and that happened multiple times to me. Enough to the point where in my Wednesday league, I bring 2 pairs of shoes. The first 2 sets, I wore my Wild 10s. Great traction, great performance, happy there. In the next 2 sets, I switched to the Son of Flashes, and totally different experience, same exact court, same exact conditions, and these did not bite the floor well at all. I wanted to actually switch out of these shoes after the first set, but since we were running a little behind, they were kind of rushing us like, all right, we gotta start the second set now. So I ended up playing in these anyway, and same thing, I could not trust the traction in these shoes at all, which is very disappointing to me. And I watch other sneaker reviews on YouTube, and a lot of people are saying like, the traction is solid. And I'm like, I don't know why they're saying that. Either like their models are different, I don't understand, because I cannot confidently recommend these shoes for indoor use because the traction is just meh, and there are so many better options out there than these shoes. But I did wear these shoes outdoors for like my outdoor dunk sessions, and these are pretty legit. Like these might be my favorite outdoor shoes that I've ever worn, and that's a hot take because Most of my outdoor shoes are like indoor shoes that I no longer wear indoor and convert them to outdoor shoes. But these, since these have like tough outsole, which I would maybe compare with Nike's XDR rubber, which is made for outdoor use. This bites the floor really well outdoors. The cushion is very solid, and the materials for the upper are more on the durable side. So this, to me, makes sense as an outdoor shoe. Do not wear them indoor, in my opinion. Way better options if you want an indoor shoe. But if you want an outdoor shoe, these are pretty amazing, actually. So that's kind of my take on these shoes. Amazing outdoor shoe, meh indoor shoe. So if I were to continue wearing these shoes, I'm definitely not taking them indoor ever again, and I'm only gonna be wearing them outdoor. And there's another red flag, in my opinion. If I had a signature shoe, I would be rocking that thing all the time, indoor, outdoor, casual, because it's my shoe. If you look at Zair's Instagram, he's not really wearing his shoe. He's wearing the All City 11s. So if that's not a sign as to these not being an indoor shoe, I don't know what is. But for an outdoor option, these are great, and I would highly recommend them for outdoor usage. Just, your mileage may vary if you take them indoor, because apparently some people are having a good experience with these indoor, but I'm like, not the case for me. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully it was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a like. I recently filmed a versus video with the Wild 10s and the LeBron 20s. If you wanna check that out, click this video over here. If you wanna check out my tiered shoe ranking video, you can check this video out here. Other than that, I will see you in the next one. Peace.